Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another Total Annihilation replay. Today, we've got a game from 2005 on a map called Pacer's Pond. So you can see this looks a lot like John's Pond, except it's facing the other way. It's rotated 90 degrees. It's also a different tile set, and it's missing those little ulak trees as well that would normally be around here. It's also got this little mountain that overlooks the sea, and it actually has less metal. Overall. Oh, actually, never mind. We got some ulak trees, but they're on these little islands right here instead that are out there. So interesting, different little setup. And I haven't seen too many games on this one. I played very few games on this map as well, so I couldn't tell you exactly how it goes. But we'll see how these two handle it. Today we've got AnarKyDIABLO, otherwise known as just Diablo. Anarchy's the clan. And then we have N1 Raster, otherwise known as Iggy, I-G-G-I-J. I believe that's how most people pronounced it, of the number one clan. And I don't know exactly where he's from, although Abe frequently called him the bitter Eastern European. So I'm going to gather that he's somewhere from formerly behind the Iron Curtain. But Abe could be wrong about that sort of thing. And or either that I'm just confused as to who the bitter Eastern Euro is. Regardless, definitely welcome you all here. I want to say it's been really cool to see the interest and excitement over the game and the replays that I'm doing. I know I appreciate. I got a shout out from Jagged Appliance. He did a cast of the Cold Place and mentioned the channel on this one. So if you're here, hey, good to see you. Appreciate you supporting us, and glad you're enjoying the videos as well. So. Wind is good here. I actually built a little test one myself to see what it's at. Looks like we're kind of sitting around plus 17. In OTA, the wind being anything more than, on average, plus 7 or 8 is considered worthwhile, although it takes a little more time than solars to build. So Iggy mentions, or no, Diablo mentions that top has the worst spot because there's these 2 +2s right here, whereas top has a +2 and a +1.2. So Iggy looks like he's going ahead and he's going air. Diablo's gone vehicle. He's putting out a con first. And Iggy is showing bomber. So very common setup here. Whenever there's wind as the primary energy source, you have to count. You have to count on bombers being an option because air plants cost around 800 metal, whereas vehicles cost 600. So if you have to put out 3 sonars, 3 or 4 geez, I said sonars. 3 or 4 solars, you're not going to have enough energy to get your bomber out quickly unless you have a lot of trees. Or you won't have enough metal to pay for your air plant if you put enough sonars out, because solar is, yeah, wow, guys, because solars cost more. So Iggy says he has to fix this, the metal issue, so I'm willing to bet that Iggy's the one who made this. Pacer is one of his clanmates, so N1 Pacer, or trying to think what else he called himself. I know for a time, Pacer was calling himself Roger Federer. First run by Iggy is bags him nothing. Even though Diablo's wide open, he's dropping a missile tower immediately. Iggy's putting out a con, got those ulaks. You can see Diablo even put out metal makers to get rid of that excess energy. Ooh, Iggy doesn't quite make it off screen. Really poor use of a bomber by Iggy right there. And Iggy's going Atlas. Diablo has reclaimed his vehicle plant after 3 construction vehicles. Iggy is cleaning up those ulaks. And Iggy says, yeah, what a bad bombing run. That is correct. Part of the issue is there's a lot of elevation here. So the bomber may have been flying at a really high altitude, so he would have needed to aim behind his target. Diablo's in the sea at this point. He picks up a con. See where it's going to go. And he is going for the invasion. I like this a lot, actually. This is always something fun to do. When their con comes wandering up here, you've already got something there to stop him. Diablo, you can see here, he's burning those Uloks. Once they're burned, they're not worth as much. See, 50 metal, 150 energy. When they're burned, just 50 energy. So that takes away that metal Diablo knows he can't get. He puts out a flash, he's going to go pick that up too. Builds a mix, builds a radar. Diablo, thinking nobody's on this side with him, he hasn't built a radar yet. And he's not able to tag that last guy right there. The way Diablo is building these mexes, he's taking one of these construction vehicles and guarding the other. And there you go. You can see the surprise flash catches him by surprise. It looks like he's probably going to get this con, and he does. Diablo brings the C in to support. And they tag the flash. So that saves him down here from getting raided a little bit more. And now he split them apart, but it takes a while for C-cons to maneuver around a little bit, and it's faster to build the way he just built that. And plus, rather than having two work in progress underwater metal extractors, you have one that is one that's getting done, so you have something that's working. Cute little move by Diablo here, dropping a missile tower right on top of that metal extractor. Driving his con back here. Diablo has retaliated, he's jumped out, and he's built a vehicle plant. Iggy unable to get that geo up, thanks to the harassing fire by Diablo Skeets. And he has gone K-Bot, already pushed out a con, already reclaimed it, and he's building an advanced K-Bot lab. Both on about 20 metal at this point. Diablo's flash has come to take over his own land. Iggy self-destructs. And self-destructs everything else. He doesn't want to leave the Rex for him. He knows when it's lost. Diablo being cute again, putting missile towers up. And by cute, I mean horrendously obnoxious. You see the missile towers exchanging fire. Now they're aiming at the base, so they're actually hitting the land. But you can either aim beyond it. One of the things you can do with missile towers is you can actually aim at the spot where they're hitting, and they'll miss it sometimes if it's the ground, and the missile could fly up and hit what you're trying to get. You see how Iggy shot that Moho with a laser? That's actually going to get it started, so now you can see he's producing that metal. Moho metal makers produce energy more efficiently than regular metal makers, so even if he's producing the same, taking the same amount of energy, he's going to get more metal than Diablo is out of his standard metal makers. Diablo's quickly gone to advanced K-Bot 2. Pushes out 2 con. You can see he's now reclaiming that so he can finish it. Finish his advance. Putting his geos up. And Iggy is responding. Diablo's sitting on all these underwater metal extractors, so he's ahead in resource at this point. See how Iggy's having trouble degunning? All his energy is going into this. He can't turn that off. So he gets his Pell in the water to come drive this away. Drops a con. Diablo, not wanting to leave a ton of metal on Iggy's shore, retreats at the sight of the Pels. See how Iggy lost his con here to these missile towers. That's right, Pacer. Pacer went by Ractus. Anyway, sorry. Just came into my head. See, he's trying to reclaim these Pelicans. It's not going to go well for him. The Pelicans are likely going to get away with the shipyard here. And Iggy should be able to claim his land back here. He's repairing them, and that's giving them a chance to keep alive. So he's Diablo was actually able to come in and kill the Pelicans. So you can see how the missile towers are actually hitting it here. That's probably because Diablo had actually aimed manually behind it. Diablo paused there. He accidentally grabbed all his cons. It was a courtesy sometimes if you control Z to control aid all your construction vehicles and sent them off to allow the other player to reset them. Iggy trying to bomb the metal extractor here. You can see how it took damage as the bomber flies over it. Diablo's Pels are in the action now. And eliminates it. So Iggy's gone air again here. And he's dropping another advanced lab. That's surprising. That's a pretty significant metal investment. Although Diablo has done the same thing, so it's gonna keep them even. Diablo's putting out Crusaders. Building titles as well. It generally takes 2 bombing runs or 2 bombers to be able to take out on underwater metal extractors. You can see them doing that right there. Again, this doesn't work on core underwater metal extractors. That only works on ARM. Diablo going for a little raid right here, but it may cost him his Pelicans. Nice job by Iggy taking advantage of that. And because of Iggy's early jump and lots of wins, he might be ahead. Diablo, it looks like Diablo's accessing way more energy too. I don't see that he has a Moho. So it looks like, oh, there we go. He's got one going, and he's got it sparked. Iggy's just cleaning up this mess too, taking advantage of those wrecks. You can see he cleaned up these other ones too. Diablo at 35, Iggy at 32. So not as big of a gap that you'd think, considering Diablo controlled just about everything. So what I'm looking for over here, you remember those flashes that Diablo built? He's just using this one to spark his Moho Metal Makers. That's why you heard the flash sound going off. He's using his Conairs to build a radar. Diablo looks like he's got advantage here, and he's got an invader in Atlas here. See how he brings these Pels in to get the attention of these Pels, so their missiles are busy. Although he brought his own a little too close. But it's still a perfect run right there. Wipes out Iggy's Pelican force. Really well done by Diablo there. And the important part there is you have to push your Pels close enough to get the attention of all the Pels missiles. See, once the Pel is on land, it's able to take the missile hits. Raids Iggy's Geo at that point. He's got another invader ready in case Iggy comes down. But Iggy has got the dirty birds. He's got the Hawks. You can see he's also pushed out some invader bombs of his own. Ready to go fly him in. and returns the favor. Diablo's retreating this because those Hawks prioritize air as target. As soon as they see air, you can see as soon as they saw that con, they took it out immediately. He's trying to frantically go Hawks himself here. We'll catch back up with him. He's gone Big Bertha, though. He just starts shooting over the sea. Sending a bomber in. He sees Iggy trying to build a Guardian up here. He's not going to let that stand. At this point, Iggy has found that Big Bertha. You can see he's building bombers to counter. There you go. Nice job by Iggy there. He uses the invader to clear out the defenders, using his Hawks to distract them. And he takes out Diablo's Mohos as well. That was really well done by Iggy. Diablo hadn't had a chance to scout yet, so he really didn't get anything with that Bertha, so that ended up being a lot of metal wasted. He's picking up 4,000 of it in the form of the wreckage. But he'd much rather have that thing still shooting. Early Hawks by Iggy seem to be paying off. He still hasn't rebuilt down here. Although it looks like he's finally got a con headed down there to take care of that. Yeah, they're just continually building up wins. Iggy marking again. Diablo hasn't rebuilt this anti-air right now, so that leaves him open in that regard. Diablo has his Hawks going. Plenty of titles going as well. Let's find out, actually, and we'll do it for your guys' benefit, how much they make here. Not really aiming at the right spot. Now he goes. So you got to see, it's got to hit. You got to aim a little above it in order for it to actually get destroyed. There's a certain way to do it. Goes and he clears it out. That one goes off a little early. But it's still enough to drive Iggy back at that point. Iggy again cleaned up this mess really nicely using those air cons. Diablo's got a mess in his front yard that he needs to clean up. There he goes. He sends out a con to take care of it. Two of them just continuing to build here. Nice little raid. Cleans up a lot of wins. That's definitely worth it for Iggy. For the record, titles make 23. They're very worth it to farm. So, titles are more expensive than wins, but cheaper than solars. So you can see right here. Title right there is only 81 metal. Diablo off-screening a Atlas, likely with an invader inside. Iggy building the flacker. Hawks come flying in. I don't know if this is lag or if he actually moved and then hit patrol right in the exact same spot, so they just hovered. That's a very dangerous way to leave your, dangerous place to leave your Hawks. Yeah, it looks like it's when they're all bunched up like that, then they just blow up all at once. Three Hawk factories from Diablo. 3 by Iggy and a Nuke. You can see he's gone advanced and he's pushing out some Colossus. That's really going to boost his economy. Should have been paying a little more attention to that. Lonely Electree remaining unsucked. Another nuke going up. Diablo has not scouted. Over here, he doesn't have any anti-nuke. Catches the con being sneaky down here again. Their hawk production is more or less equal. Resources, 88 by Diablo, 99 to Iggy. So you can see that's where that Colossus advantage is coming in for him. Iggy escapes off screen. Seeing that Diablo had the advantage. Yeah, Diablo's just setting here to this tight patrol where they act as like hovering little missile towers. So pushing his hawk advantage at this point. At this point, Diablo's got that air superiority. They also got more Pelican production. Single hawk flying in, scouting. He sees all that. You can see how he puts an X where he's about to send the X. Diablo hasn't rebuilt his metal extractors up here. Really busy fighting at this point. And he's got a big old hawk swarm. Diablo at around 80 metal. Big E at around 90. And here it comes. Nuke takes out 2 hawk plants. That's a nice shot. But Diablo's driving his hawk advantage home here. He goes in. Trying to put down a flacker real quick. Diablo finally scouts. He finds the nuke. Diablo misses the nuke. Oh, wow. Flacker's up, but he did take out 2 of his hawk facilities. It really looks like Diablo's aggressiveness is gonna push it here. Iggy's got the sheer metal production, but a lot of that was in the resources themselves. Starting to drop the carriers. Iggy marks his comm. Well, Diablo's really driving the advantage home here. Atlas goes down. So he's got these hawks flying here where his screen is right here right now. So he wasn't really paying attention to his hawks while they're just continually doing damage. Diablo's comm hasn't moved. He's sending in another scout. He sees that he's building a targeting facility, and he goes ahead and marks that. Hells are coming in. They're probably going to wipe out this area, but his nuke is away. Boom. Oh, Diablo says, good game, F you. Wow, Iggy pulling that out of his backside right there. That was unexpected. Just drops that nuke on the comm's head. It does take a single nuke to kill a comm, but you got to get really close to the comm. If the comm's not right in the middle of it, then the comm will survive the explosion. But that nuke just was well placed. Great job by Iggy realizing, okay, he's getting beat, getting pushed back, but to use his nuke to go for the snipe and take the win. So, yeah, that was. I gotta say, I love that kind of thing. It really sucks to be in Diablo's shoes at that point to know, okay, I had that game sewed up. He was able to. You can see how Iggy was coming back in production, even though Diablo had the lead early. But Diablo was definitely running away there using those hawks. But Iggy made good use of his nuke to finish the game. So well played by both. I hope you guys enjoyed that one, and we'll catch you again next time. Take care. Bye bye.